Geotagging is the process of appending geographic coordinates to media based on the location of a mobile device. Geotags can be applied to photos, videos, websites, text messages, and QR codes, and could also include timestamps or other contextual information. Geotagging photos can be beneficial for biologists to study wildlife populations and distribution. However, poachers and wildlife traffickers have taken advantage of this information and are able to locate wildlife using geotags. Therefore, it's important to know when geotags should be used, should not be used, and how to use them properly. Imagine that you're outside, so excited to finally spend some time in nature. You go to your favorite location because of its biodiversity, the variety of life that you can watch around you. Suddenly you see some movement near your feet. A Blanding's turtle. How cool. This is a sign of a healthy environment. This species is endangered and hasn't been spotted in this location for years. You remember that there's a citizen science project on iNaturalist, and many other people have shared photos of this species to herpetologists conserving this species. You decide to snap a photo and share it on iNaturalist with the geotag of the location and time. Isn't it great to feel like you're making a difference while you were just enjoying your time outside? The next week you have time to make it back to your favorite spot. Surprisingly, you find that there are other people in this typically remote area. Why could this be? When all of a sudden you hear some commotion and you see people putting something in a box. They quickly gather their things, run to their car, and speed off. Something seems off, but you brush it off since you don't know what they are doing. You get home later that evening and begin scrolling through social media. You see an ad for a reptile expo near your area, and you notice that the ad is using a picture of a Blanding's turtle. Since the species is endangered, it's illegal for them to be capturing the species and also illegal for them to be selling it. You wonder, did they find these turtles that they're selling because of the iNaturalist citizen science posts that were geotagged? Are you able to inform others not to purchase these species of turtle at the expo? Can you report this post on social media? Is that enough? Here are some tips and tricks from the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission Public Information Officer, Julie Geiser, that will help you protect the wildlife you love, like the Blanding's turtle, and still post your wildlife photography on social media.
Hi everybody, I'm Julie Geiser. I'm the Public Information Officer with Nebraska Game and Parks Commission. I also do a lot of wildlife photography for Nebraska Land Magazine. And one of the reasons that I like to be careful about how I post things, especially on social media, is for concern of those species of animals that I do photograph. Um, so only geotag species of least concern. If you're not sure, just don't geotag them at all. If there's anything questionable, it's better off to be safe than sorry and keep those species safe and not tell everybody where their locations are. Once the geotag location is turned off, sometimes you may have people that come back and say, hey, where did you find that? So you know, sometimes it's hard to say, well, I'm sorry, I can't tell you, but it is better to keep your locations turned off and, just tell people, hey, I'm sorry, I can't disclose the location of where I found that. If you're using iNaturalist, be sure to use the obscure or the private location geoprivacy options. Obscuring the location only allows wildlife biologists to view your geotagged information. And also, you can also help by looking for things that might be illegal, like wildlife trafficking. If you see something that you know is a wild species and people are selling or wanting to trade, do your part and be sure to alert the authorities. Go to your local game and fish or wildlife department. You can call your local law enforcement. You can also report illegal wildlife trafficking and poaching to websites like the Jane Goodall Institute, the World Wildlife Fund, Traffic, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. if you are out and about and you do happen to witness any illegal wildlife trafficking, don't become involved with the individuals that are possibly picking up wild animals and taking them home. Be sure to get like identifying features, like as the vehicle type, color, license plate if you can. Maybe how many people were in the vehicle, what they were wearing. That way it keeps you safe, but you're also doing your part in helping to protect wildlife species by gathering information to turn in to the authorities.
So there you have it. Now you know when geotags should be used, should not be used, and how to use them properly. So now it's your turn to get outside and enjoy nature. Thanks for watching.